So I first met him in the early 80s as a young kid, and he was selling an acronym bumper stickers, like fear, false evidence appearing real. That was my favorite one. Fear, false evidence appearing real. I don't know.
No bees, no food.
No bees, no food. He made up a bunch of them. I don't know which ones he started. He started a lot of stuff. Yeah, I met this just amazing whiz guy. I didn't know that was Joe, but it wasn't until we got together and said, Joe, is that you back at the Rainbow Gathering? Oh, yeah. And I met him in my years in Seattle in the late 80s. He was part of running a peace festival. It's in the concert in the park. And I used to go to those and attend and sometimes help out with sound. And I saw Joe running around being a part of it, but I didn't know that was Joe until he was in Maui, really with his high frequency tour that came to the Temple of Peace. That really made the deep connection with him there and said, oh my God, you're an incredible being. I want to get to know you. I would be so honored to be your friend, you know, such brilliance. I mean, there's just certain people in the world, you know, that I've had a chance to be friends with, be close with, you know. Robert Malone was one of those people who's brilliant and say, wow, you changed my life, to have the opportunity to be your friend and be your brother, Nassim Haramein. And Joe Marshalla is another one of those brilliant minds you can geek out with and just go deep in all subjects and endlessly down those wormholes. So Joe was here, and I invited him in 2013 to sing some songs on stage at Earth Day and be our MC, because he's quite the MC guy. And there I was at Earth Day, and the next day was Monday. We were cleaning up, and I was super tired, and I was waiting for the truck to come for the very last thing to take the stage away. And I just decided I'm going to crash out on the stage, and they can wake me up because I'm finished. Went to sleep on the stage, and while I was on that stage, with all the energy that had been there, I got this whole vision, download, dream coming into me. You know, and I saw the whole lineage of, you know, writing a law against Monsanto and, you know, and gathering people to get the signatures and having all these big events and marches and rallies and finally winning. And I saw this whole piece, and I woke up from that and I said, oh my God, you're not asking me to do that, are you? I mean, is there somebody else better than me to do that job? Come on, God. So I came home, and right on that sofa right out there, Joe and Satya were sitting there. And I told them this whole download I got, you know, and I said, like, wow, we see that vision, yes. Joe said, I want to do that with you, I want to write the law, I'm going to move here from Austin, in about 2 months I'll be here completely. I said, great, we got a room for you, let's do it, brother. I can't believe this is the stupidest thing I've ever thought of doing. So chalk it up for that one. And so that's how it started. And you know, I told Joe, I need your brains to do this, man. I need to geek out and really figure a lot of things to figure out how to write a law we'd never done, and meeting with environmental lawyers. And we started out, we called it, instead of the shock, we called it the bowel movement. Which is boys organizing with environmental lawyers. We're just pulling this shit out of her butt. And Joe came up with Shaka movement, you know, sustainable Hawaiian agriculture for the Keiki and the Aina. For the children in the land, for those on the Zoom. And yeah, that was the beginning of it. And many of you guys are a part of that and know the rest of that whole story.
That's a good example for Joe, you know, just take it and make it better. And brilliant mind, incredible, open, big heart. And like Bruce was already mentioning, when we would lose steam at midnight, he would whip out the guitar and I would dance around the living room. and then we were good for another couple of hours. But he outdid us anyway. He would, at 2 we would be like, I think this is it for us today, you know, and then he would go on until 4. And that for a year and a half, and I don't think there was any day off. And yeah, so it could be fun one time to just have a little, to have a gathering of all of us and just tell the stories, because that was actually one thing that now, having sold my store, we had talked about wanting to do. Sit on a couch and tell all the stories from that time, you know, and just record that. But there's so much alive amongst all of us, so many beautiful memories, so let's do it and get together and have like a shaka evening.
Plus.
Bring our memories back from there. Yeah, Joe. I consider you one of my closest, most beautiful friends, and I'm honored and thrilled to have spent that adventurous time together. It was absolutely amazing. I love movies, and I didn't see one in that year and a half. We were in the movie. So, yeah. There's a lot of us here who have beautiful memories. I'm going to encourage you, though. It doesn't matter if you speak a minute or 2 minutes, but the more people we can hear from, the more we can feel you, and your connection with Joe, whatever that may have been, is really beautiful if you share. And I know a lot of people are sharing on the Facebook page. I did a share there, and so there's more, you know. Yeah.
So beautiful. I'm just going to read 2 of his little Facebook posts that really just sum up Joe, and you'll feel his essence, and I think are quite wonderful. Some reflections after one of my death experiences. All our troubles and pains are for what? One can tell me all types of New Age hoopla about it, but in the end, I mean the real end, when you're actually there, you either remember all the beauty of your life or all the pain. So do whatever is necessary to free yourself from the pain, sorrows, and regrets, so that your transition from this experience to the next is as beautiful as all the beautiful things that have ever happened in your life. And here's a great one. Solutions are found in unrealized possibility. Yet, unless one holds to be true that anything is possible, regardless of all the data collected thus far that would indicate otherwise, then one denies the possibility of anything is possible, which puts us 2 steps back from the solution we want to be moving forward. Yay, Joe.